Hello everyone, this is a basic tutorial on how to use Canva. Today I'll be explaining how to make a simple logo. Let's get right into it. So, first things first, you're going to want to go into Canva. All you have to do is type in your browser, canva.com. Alright, now you will end up at the home page. So as you can see here, this is the home page of Canva. This is where you can see all the different types of designs that other people have made, designs that are shared with you, brand kit, and all these different types of things, as well as all the things down here. Now, let's start by finding out how to get our logo up and running. Now, we're going to want to go ahead and click on create a design. This will bring us over to all the different types of sizes of all the different types of presentation sizes that we can do. So we're going to go ahead and click on logo. Once you have loaded into your design, this is what it should look like, or something similar. So as you can see here, we have the top bar. Now this shows us the different types of things that we have. We have home, file, resize, we can change the title, share, download, and more. Let's start with home. So home, of course, is when you press on it, you go back to the home page in Canva. The second is file. So file, if you click on this, you can change the name of your logo just over here. You can create a new design, or you can show rulers, show guides, show margins, and show print bleeds. So these are different types of things that can help you align and adjust different types of photos and elements to make your own logo. So if we go over to resize, just click on over here, you'll be able to see that we can change the size of our logo. So we can make it bigger, or we can make it smaller, or maybe you can just adjust the width or the height a little bit. However, this resize option is only available for Canva Pro members. So if you don't have Canva Pro, unfortunately, you won't be able to use resize. However, no need to worry, it's not the end of the world. Resize isn't really used as much. Alright, so the next thing we have is this text box right here. So this is where we can rename our logo right here. So I'm just gonna name this example 1. The next thing we have is share. So we can share these designs with others to view and edit. The next thing we have is download. So if we just click on over here, we can download our logo. I don't actually have anything on here, so it's not going to let me download it, of course. So we're just going to click right out. The next thing we have is if we click on these 3 little buttons on the top right hand corner, we get download, share link, present, and record. So these are the 4 different options we have. Share link will give a link to other people who may want to edit your logo design. We've got present and record. These are going to be things like if you're wanting to present your logo out or to somebody else, or if you're going to want to present your presentation to anybody else. This is more aimed at businesses. If we go down over here, we can share this with Instagram business, share it on a Facebook page, we can tweet it on Twitter, we can email it, and loads of different things. We can even print it on t-shirts, business cards, or canvases. And of course, there is more that you can choose from. These are other things that you may want to share or publish on. Now that we've gotten the top part done, let's move on to the left side. So as you can see over here, we have templates. So templates are logos and designs that people have already made that you can use, or you can take some pieces out from here and there and use them in your own designs. So as you can see, if we just click on this one right over here, it will load up onto my canvas right here, where I can I can edit and I can move around all this type of stuff. I can even change the color, I can increase the size of this text, pretty much all of that stuff. If you don't want it, no problem, just delete it all. Next up we have is uploads. So uploads is where I can upload images, videos, and audio from my computer. So if I have if I have images that I want to put into my logo, no problem. All you gotta do is just drag and drop it, or just click on this upload media. Next up we have photos. So photos is pretty much self-explanatory. All it is just different photos that you can put into your presentation, your video, your logo, whatever it is that you want to do. And it could be numerous things, loads and loads of different stuff. Next up we have is elements. So elements is quite interesting because elements is actually the main thing that I think you need in a logo, because elements are really those tiny little things and those little bits of detail that really bring out a logo and make it stand out. And elements could be literally anything. It could be anything that you would like, it could be like sort of stencil type drawings, or it could be simple shapes. It could even be exclamation marks in different types of fonts and stuff. It could be like eyes, or it could be loads and loads of different stuff. You can even have like squiggly circles or something, or there's a lot of different types of stuff you can get with elements. Right, so the next thing we have is text. So text is actually is also a very simple one to understand. Text is, all we have here is heading, subheading, and a little body of text. So these are, if we just click on one of them right over here, you'll see that a text box appears right into your canvas. And as you can see here, we have different types of fonts. So these are fonts that people have already pre-made that you can just, drag and drop onto your canvas, and it'll just kind of give it to you right over there. However, if you don't want that and you kind of want to be a bit more customized with your one, go ahead and just click over here, and this will give you a huge list of different types of text that you can use for your heading or for your subheading. Now, next things we have is the size. So we can, increase the size of our text, or we can really, just bring it down. So the next thing we have is the color of our text. So we can always change the color if we want a gray or a pink or a blue, and we can put italics on it. Yep. And then we can align it, so we can align it as in it would all kind of right in the middle. So if we add a little bit more, so this is an example text. So let's say I wanted to align it differently, so I could put it on the left, I could put it in the middle, I could put it on the right, or I could put it just straight in the middle. Over here we have his list, so we can put like bullet points. We have spacing, so we can, we can space out the letters a whole lot more, or we can put them really close together. We can even, space out the gap between them. And we can even like anchor text boxes. Next up we have is effects. So effects is if you wanted to add a shadow, a lift, a hollow, a splice, a echo, a glitch, and a neon effect. So there's loads and loads of different types of effects that we can do. We've got, a curve, we've got a neon effect. We have a curve just down over here where we can curve the text if we like. We have a glitch effect, so if we increase the glitch, it'll make it have like a little bit of a glitch effect if that's what you want. You can even lift it up a bit by just giving a bit of smudge at the back. And there's loads and loads of different types. If we click on more here, it'll give us more options. We can underline the text. We can make everything uppercase or lowercase. We can animate the text. where it can rise up or it can come from the side, it can fade in, loads of different types. The next one we have is position. So if we just click on this right over here, we'll be able to see if we want it in the top, middle, bottom, center, right, left. We can really just position it and it's going to be more accurate. We have the transparency, so we can make it really faded, or we can make it really bold. We can even enter in a link, so this, if you click on it, it will send you to another website. So we can lock it so that nothing happens to the text and you can't delete it, or you can't really do anything with it. And if we just click unlock over here, we can continue editing the text. And then over here we can duplicate the text as well. But yeah, so enough about text. Let's move on to styles. So styles is just if you want to, change up some of the colors and, give a few more variety of colors. Audio is if you wanted to change the different types of audio. Videos is, stock videos that you can add to your, if you're editing your videos and you want to spice it up a bit. And backgrounds, of course, is if you just wanted to add some, really cool background effect to your logo. So I'm just going to show you how to make a very simple logo design. Now, logo design is really based on what you're trying to aim your audience at. So if it's going to be if it's going to be a logo for a kitchen business, or like a food business, and you're going to really want to aim at things that when your viewers see, they'll know it's a kitchen or a food business. So that might be things like food, or it could be knives, or it could be chopping boards or plates or things like that, maybe even grills or stuff like that. Or if you're maybe thinking about making an artwork business where you're selling your artwork, then you probably want things like paintbrushes, pieces of paper, pencils, erasers, loads of things like that. So I'm going to show you very basic type. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and make our logo. So I'm going to go and start off by making a kitchen logo. So that's going to be my category, and that's what my aim is going to be. So I found a few different icons that I like and elements that I like. So I'm going to go ahead and get this chef's hat right over here and just put it near the middle. I'm going to get this bunch of fruit and veg, and I'm just going to right click on this and select back, send to back. Now what this is going to do is this is just going to make it look like the chef's hat is over all this fruit and veg. So once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and get my text, press add a heading, and I'm just going to type in there crafty kitchen. That's going to be my logo. I'm just going to put this right over here. I'm going to highlight this, and I'm just going to put, let's see what we like. So let's see all the different types of fonts that look nice, and we'll see what is impressing us. Alright, so I found the font that I like, which is this one right over here. So I have just clicked on it, and this is just a very simple logo that I quite like. It looks really nice. It's just very simple and basic, something that I was just wanting to show you guys. If you do want to, you can always just put in maybe like a little circle all the way around it, just like so, and then just send it back, and you could do something like that. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I think it looks quite nice just as it is. Very simple, very basic. May it look catchy? Maybe, maybe not. It's all up to you and your preference, and that's what Canva is really all about. It's just expressing how you think you would put it all together, and it just looks really nice once you can fit in elements that work really well together, look really nice together. So yeah, this was pretty much all of the tutorial, a very basic, straightforward tutorial that I was wanting to share on how Canva works. But yeah, goodbye.